Good morning. I took a bit of a break yesterday to start looking at one of my blocks and U-turns. Got a lot of energy through this challenge to start to paint figures again and actually unblock that subject matter for myself, also in preparation of something else which I'll tell you about at the end of the video. But today is just like a last reflection for the challenge. You had 10 days of exercises and writing and meditating and reflecting, and I just wanted to close the challenge with a few thoughts. So first of all, well done for being so courageous and brave and vulnerable to show up for your inner artist. It is not easy to create the space and actually show up. So that is the first step. And this is what I want to encourage you to keep on doing, is to continue to just create a very relaxed and playful space for your creative, so that you can easily show up and easily continue and easily grow this connection with your artist, so that it becomes more of a practice. So we call art practice a practice because you're practicing, you're showing up regularly, you are sitting down, committing, creating time and space for that. So with the tools and the tips that I gave you around creating your own space, I would suggest that you choose a day of the week where you go to sit down, and even if in that time you're just sitting down observing what season you are in, it can also be great. Sometimes I just come and sit in the space and I just look at what I've made for hours. And I didn't mention this, but one of my favorite lecturers from university, an amazing artist called Strydom, he used to say that art or painting is as much looking as what you're making as actually working on it. So it's a 50-50% balance. And just coming to sit in your space creates that rhythm, even if you're not making, or even if you're fiddling through this like frustrating, it's not working out feeling. All of that, every single mark that you make is progress. Every time Ghislaine also always said, like, every mark that you're making is adding to the history of art. That just also struck me as so powerful, because we deny the importance of struggling and committing and creating terrible stuff that we don't like. It's all part of the process. It's all part of the progress. So now, talking about creating things that you don't like, my challenge to you is going to be to go through the drawings that you've made over the course of the 10 days and to do a writing exercise about how you feel about them, how you felt while you made them, the progress. So we did first, on the last day, we did the reflection exercise, the timeline exercise. Now you're going to do the reverse side of that, which is writing about that timeline. How did you feel before you started this challenge? How did you feel during the challenge? Did you have some resistance? On what day did you have resistance? In what way did your resistance show up? Was it distracting yourself with household tasks? Was it just avoiding it and telling yourself you're too busy for that day? Was the resistance not wanting to do that exercise and doing your own drawing, which is perfectly fine. All of this is welcome and allowed and completely natural. We have resistance when we are in a process of transforming and actually reclaiming a part of our soul, because art is soul work. And then I wanted to say that I've shared with you a course on the last day that's on Insight Timer. I've been doing this course, and there's some other courses that I did on Insight Timer over the past 2 years that I'm retaking. And they're very nice because it's 10 minutes of dropping into meditation. It can be a really good practice to do that when you sit down in your studio. You quickly do a breathing exercise just to drop in the space, and then you go. Or maybe it becomes part of your morning ritual and you do some reflective writing in the mornings after meditating. But if you've enjoyed the breathing exercises and you understand the importance of becoming present and aware in your making process, then I really recommend that course that I've suggested. I've left you with some playlists that you can continue listening to. They're quite long. Most of them are over 2 hours. So yeah, keep going, keep making, keep showing up for your creativity. Please share with me any of the art that you've made and thoughts that you've made. It's really lovely. The emails that I've gotten, I really appreciate it. it was so rewarding and affirming for me to see that there's people on the other side of this engaging and getting value out of it. So please share with me if you want to. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. And then a way that you can add to this exchange, the energy that I've put in, a way that you can really add some value to my life, is by writing a testimonial. I'm going to put a link. I have a Holistica page on which I market my offerings. So if you have some words that you'd like to share, it's really going to help other people to find me and give them an idea of what it is to work with me. Even though this challenge was very on the basic level and very quick and very just the beginning of starting the process, your opinion, your process, your journey will be of so much value for other people that are curious about creativity. And often bravery and vulnerability inspires bravery and vulnerability. So I'm going to drop a link there. I'd really appreciate it if you pop some words there about your experience. And then I just thought to share that I am doing a live painting course in September, a nude painting course where we're going to have a model and we're going to work with the same intuitive style that I have now. You don't have to have any experience. This is also why I am unblocking myself now in terms of figures, because I'm going to teach that these figure drawing classes, but I myself still have a stuck point around them. So I'm going to show up with the same vulnerability that everyone else is going to show up in the course. And it's going to be 3 Wednesdays in September. You can join for 1 or all 3. I have a package available for all 3 sessions. And then drop-in sessions are 350 Rand. And I supply all the materials. We're going to have a beautiful model and we're going to play and have fun and relate to figures in a whole new way. It's not going to be one of those typically technical classes. It's going to also be around sensation and how you're feeling and your emotions and how you relate to the model. But we're also going to do some rendering exercises. So we're going to work with charcoal in the beginning of the sessions, and then we're going to paint and build up these paintings throughout the course. Yeah, so that's all I have to share. This was a really interesting journey for me. It was super, super, super fun to do. And yeah, well done for completing it and for sticking through and for showing up for yourself. May the muse be with you.